Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last video we finished up the city in the sky, which is great. Now we're very close to finishing the game. We've got all of our pieces of the Mirror of Twilight. We've done a lot in the terms of collecting. I think we've only got about 15 pose left. We have a few equipment upgrades left to get. And as you can see, we are missing 2 heart containers, and I'm missing 5 heart pieces in the game total. So this is what this video is about. I'm going to be collecting the remainder of the heart pieces that I can get at this time before we kind of wrap up things in the game. So right now I'm standing on the bridge that is in Kakariko Gorge, and I'm going to head south towards the Lenor Province. And there's a few heart pieces out here to grab. And I guess I should say, I'm going to be throwing a clip at the end of this video of the other heart piece that I need to get. A small correction is that after leaving the city in the sky, I had 6 heart pieces to grab before my collection was complete. But I did one of them off screen just because there was no way I could concentrate on commentating and getting the heart piece at the same time. So yes, it's actually going to be 4 pieces of art in this video. I'm going to come over here to this rock. Now, if you remember a while ago, there was a piece of heart actually sitting on the top of this rock already, and I just grabbed it with my Gale Boomerang. But you do need the double claw shots for this. Once you have them, you can scale your way down to that platform below you. And over there is also another chest with a piece of heart. So all the ones we have left are either ones that I've just neglected, forgot about, or we needed an equipment upgrade. So this one obviously couldn't get until pretty much the last part of the game. You have to have the double claw shots for this, and that is the first of the last 5 that we need. So I am missing 2 heart containers, however, of course, we're going to get 3 in this video. There's going to be 2 pieces of heart in our next temple dungeon area, which is the pattern that has been in the entire game so far, and then we will also get one from a boss, which will then make all 20 heart containers. So that's awesome. It kind of gives you a good idea about just how quickly this game is coming to a close, which is quite exciting, honestly. I can't wait to show you guys the ending of this game, because it is by far the best part of it, in my opinion. This game has a really great ending. I'm not warping anywhere because the next piece of art is actually in the same area. So if you're coming out from Eldin, if you're coming out from like Eldin village, and you go ahead and you swing to the right, you will see a large boulder that is in this cliff. Now obviously, you know, the first time you come to Hyrule Fields, you won't be able to get this right away because you need bombs first. So I need to use a bomb to blow up that rock. And in it is another cave. I haven't been in a cave in a while. And this place is kind of a mix of the beginning of the game when we went through the first cave with our lantern, and it kind of reminds me of the Lake Hylia cave that was very long-winded. At the first fork, what you're going to want to do is you kind of just want to keep to the east. There's going to be 2 forks in this area, and there's a number of different items in each fork. On the right hand side, you're going to get 50 rupees, a heart piece, and there's also a Poe as well. On the west side, or the right side, depending on how you want to look at it, or I guess on the left side, or west side, excuse me, we're on the right side. On that side there is only a chest for 20 rupees, I believe, so there's not a whole lot going on over there. Over in this area here, there's a big open chest, and if you want to open it you can. It's got 50 rupees in it. You can also light the lanterns along the way if you want as well, just so you don't have to use up as much lantern oil. I think I'll have enough to make it through this cave. I'm kind of carelessly carrying it around, hoping I don't run out of light. There's a Poe up there, but if we keep going kind of north east, you'll come to a place where you have to light 2 torches. And when you do, you will get a chest to appear. Oh, Zelda secrets that are not so secret. And then, of course, this has your piece of heart in it. So, I've only got one more to collect in this video, and then I will, you know, throw in that clip of the other heart piece I mentioned. But I'm also just going to kind of stray off the path for a second, and I am going to actually grab that Poe. The reason for that is just because I want to grab it now. I don't want to have to come back for it. It's here now. Why not grab it? We have the time in the video, and, you know, I don't really know why I have to explain it to you guys. I think you understand. So, alright, there we go. So that is our Poe soul, and that's pretty much all we came to do in this cave. I think I am going to run out of lantern oil if I try to go to the other side of the cave, but if you take a look on the mini-map, you'll see that there's paths that I can explore that are unexplored. Again, if you so choose to do so. All I'm going to do now is just backtrack, because I don't think you can warp in caves. I guess I've never really tried, but it's not a very long walk anyways. So, we are leaving. Back at the beginning. And look at that, our lantern, I think, like, is just gonna run out of oil, so that was perfect timing, actually. Alright, so now we actually do want to warp. And the last piece of heart that we have to get on the world map, out of all the places we've been in the entire game, is actually on the Bridge of Eldin, so let us go and grab the last one. Okay, so everybody of course remembers, because it wasn't too long ago. Well, we all remember the postman, although we haven't really seen him in a while, now that I think about it. He probably has a lot of letters for us. Yes, Mr. Postman. He has 3 letters for us. Alright, well, thank you. I might or might not read those, depending on my mood. Maybe I should read them, but... You know, I think that's almost the last time we'll ever see the mailman. I don't think he really has any more purpose delivering letters to us, but... Anyways, what I was gonna say was when we were getting our Sky characters for our Sky book, you know, I had mentioned that there's this statue here that doesn't seem to have much purpose. But it actually does have purpose, and I completely forgot about this. What you actually need to do is you need to guide this statue all the way across the other end of the Eldin Bridge, which I know is a little bit of a long walk, but this is actually how we're going to get our heart piece. He's actually going to be used as a stepping stone, or, you know, a block. So you could have done this when you were getting the Sky characters, which I apologize for, because I kind of feel like I misinformed everybody. I had said that this block was a little useless, but, you know, at the time I just wasn't thinking so. We need to bring him down this way, and I don't think that's going to be enough. I might have to push him just a little bit. Oh, wrong item. I'll bring him this way a little. Let's try there. And then, of course, Midna's going to say that there's something on the other side. There's a ledge, and, you know, if you don't know what to do, then she gives you a hint, which is also pretty nice. So, you know, thanks, Midna. Let's see. It looks like that's gonna do it. Alright. So once you place that guy, you get to climb up this long, long ladder. And you actually get kind of a cool view as well, in my opinion. I think it's kind of neat that they added this whole area. I don't like that they added the archers, though, because they're extremely annoying. I was seeing if there's another one around, but there's not. It's just that guy. Alright, so, of course, now... There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is our last piece of heart that is on the world map. I have collected every single piece of heart that is not going to be in our next dungeon, so I feel pretty darn accomplished. And yeah, the view appears pretty cool because you're kind of up higher than you normally are. You're pretty much, you know, up above the Bridge of Eldin. There's like a big black ominous pit of space, and you can just kind of get a good view of everything. So yep, that is the last piece. I'm of course going to throw in a video of I guess another piece that I had failed to kind of show you guys before, just because it has to do with puzzles. And for those of you who have played this game, you probably know the piece of heart that I am referring to when I say that. So I'm gonna try to get out of danger here. These guys just won't leave me alone. I need to close out my video, damn it! And this is not the place to do it. Alright, well I'm gonna pause so they leave me alone. So anyways, yes, so that is 3 pieces of heart. Like I said, the next 2 are going to be in our next dungeon, and then we get another heart container in our dungeon. So that will make all 20 heart containers. We've got all of our tunics, shields, swords, mirrors, or pieces of the Mirror of Twilight. We still have a few poes to grab. And in the next episode, I'm probably going to do some equipment upgrading and some more Poe hunting. So that is it for me. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope that I will see you next time. Alright, so for this heart piece, we are going to head into the Lenor Province. You'll see it's just below the lake. You can get to this area from Zora's domain. And there's going to be a cave you can blow up to get into. You'll need the ball and chain in order to access this area. So you can come here anytime after you have the ball and chain, and you will participate in 3 sliding block puzzles, and the prize at the end is a piece of heart. So I'm post-commentating this because during the gameplay, I was actually using somebody else's guide to do this myself. So if my video confuses you at all, I recommend going to Batman 9502. My solutions for these puzzles are almost identical to his, and he actually has a very, very nice map drawn out that actually shows what movement he makes with which block in each area. So that's why I recommend, if you don't feel like doing that, what I recommend doing is just pausing this video, doing the step, and then playing it, and such and so forth. It is so much easier to do that than for me to actually talk you through what I'm doing, because the words are going to be so confusing, whereas just watching it and how it's done is a little bit easier, or at least in my opinion. So the second one definitely takes the longest, and I do believe that my solution is going to be different than Batman's because I got very, very turned around. The reason that this one is very difficult is because there are 2 switches instead of 1, and you have 3 blocks. So there is going to be a lot of moving around in this puzzle, so just watch carefully as to what I do. If the direction I'm moving these blocks in confuses you, I recommend paying attention to the mini-map. The yellow arrow is Link and will indicate what way he's moving. So you can see I just push the block south onto the first switch, which opens the first gate. Also keep in mind that I'm playing the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, so if you are playing the Wii version, there are plenty of Wii guides out there that will help you with a solution. I actually found it very difficult to find anybody who did a GameCube version of this. I think the only 2 people that I managed to find were Batman 9502 and Nintendo Capri Sun. So 2 is better than none. There are also several solutions to each of these, I do believe, so if you just want to play around with it, you can do that as well. Keep in mind that these puzzles actually do not reset. If you mess something up and you get really confused or something and you leave and come back, these blocks will actually be left in the exact same place that you left them in when you left the cave. So don't just throw stuff around and not really have any sort of a plan, because it actually will not be fixed. I did test that out, and in my version anyways, in my experience, that's what happens. I don't know if turning the console off and then turning it back on and re-entering would fix that. But regardless, I'm doing this the long way. What you need to do is create a little bit of a wall to get that second switch pressed. After you press down the first switch, do not move the block that the switch is on, because you will unpress the switch. So you need to make a stopper at some point to stop the block onto the second switch. and get your gates open. The last one, although it is a big puzzle, it is actually pretty easy because there's only one switch. But again, it still does require quite a bit of moving. So this is one of these heart pieces that is rather irritating to try and grab. But with patience, and if you are a person who loves puzzles, then this is especially good for you, I can imagine. With a little bit of patience, though, you will prevail. There are 4 gates in total. The first area has 1 gate because there's only 1 switch. The second area has 2, and then this one, fortunately, only has the 1 switch to hit, making it 4 gates. So. I also tried to make sure and cut out any unnecessary parts where I was just standing around referencing the video. I will also be sure to put a link to that specific video in the description for anyone who is looking for it, because he did his LP of Twilight Princess a very long time ago. So hopefully you are able to follow along and this isn't too confusing for anybody. And I'm glad that this was the one and only really big sort of block puzzle, because I personally can do without them. But I'm almost done. A couple more steps. And that switch will be pressed, but you can see just how many steps I had to go through just to get that 1 switch pressed. Rather big nuisance, really. But anyways, that finishes up the puzzle. And now I can go ahead and grab my heart piece. Do keep in mind that this is inserted in the back of the video, so I actually got this heart piece before all the other ones. So, there you go. Thank you for watching, and see you later.